Hey everybody, many of you have been asking about how to do like manually scripted shows in SoundSwitch, so I just thought I would do a quick behind the scenes of my most recent performance in my garage. And so I'm pivoting direction for my company to shy away from bigger productions, so I just wanted to showcase a light show with my bigger setup before I downsize. I used 2 sets of Wellstick 180s, so 12 in total, and I wanted it to look like Esky83's performance in the SoundSwitch demo video. There was more light bars in that performance, but I did the best I could with 12. And I used 4 Chauvet Hybrid 140 SRs. They're a beam, a wash, and a spot. They're super cool, really fun to work with. And I decided to try not to bring out every light I own, just to try to say more with fewer fixtures. And I tried really hard not to use any uplighting, but some of these tracks just look great with it, so I did use it in a few of my songs. And I'm using SoundSwitch to create my light shows. And the reason why is because during performance time, it's completely automated. I'm not pushing any buttons, just playing the songs in Virtual DJ automatically triggers the light show. And just to clarify, you don't have to manually timecode each song to get good results with SoundSwitch. It's just something I enjoy, and I find the workflow of SoundSwitch like pretty quick. It took me about an hour, give or take, for each song, and it may seem like a long time, but it really isn't. That's a pretty quick workflow. And here's some of the things that helped me. Like, I created my set beforehand. I decided where my transitions would be. So I only scripted parts for the parts I was playing, and I just skipped everything else just to make everything quicker. And I tried to use different color palettes for each song, and use color palettes that match the song vibe. And I implemented chases to the beat of the music as well as the individual phrases. I'm a musician and I understand rhythm and phrasing, but I'm not great at being able to listen to something and transcribe it. So I use MuseScore to help quite a bit. It's free sheet music. Having a visualizer helped a lot. Helped me develop these light shows really quickly, but I still had to tweak it once everything was set up. I had to manually set up my Chauvet Wellsticks 180s so that I could set up the attribute cues correctly, because the visualizer didn't understand attribute cues. I try not to have all of my lights off at any given time. If the movers were off, the tubes were on. If the tubes were off, the uplights or movers were on. So when I do a big blackout, it's more dramatic and intentional. I try not to overthink it. I just thought of an idea, I implemented it, and moved on. I watched music videos and live performances to be inspired for color schemes and specific chases, especially for David Guetta's Love Tonight. And as far as like the filming goes, I have multiple cameras, but it can be difficult and a little bit jarring for the viewer experience when the quality and settings aren't the same when you switch between the various angles. So I do have one really nice camera, the Sony A7 Compact, and I have a really nice Tamron wide lens, 2.8 aperture. So I did the performance 3 times, one for each angle I wanted. But unfortunately, each time I hit record in Virtual DJ, I had the wrong audio settings, so it gave me nothing. So I had to perform again on my controller and sync up the video to that. And I did it in my garage opposed to some outdoor location because I really wanted the beams to show, and I wanted to be able to use haze. And I honestly didn't want to drag all of my stuff to a local church or wedding venue to do this. I just wanted to do it quickly in my own garage. What's really cool is that I can reuse these light shows for like different venues and even rearrange the lights a little bit, and it will be exactly the same. So I can take this show on the road. So I will admit, I did overperform a little bit. I was just trying to have a little bit of fun. Just kind of to highlight the fact that I wasn't pushing any buttons. I wasn't controlling the slideshow. I was just focusing on crazy dancing. But you know, I'm just the kind of person that just doesn't take anything too seriously. Just try to have a good time. So if that offends you, I'm sorry. If you don't like it, you can do a crazy dance video. And if you feel like it's even crazier than mine, film yourself. Leave a link in the description below and we will judge you. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully some of these tips help you out there create your own light shows. So happy scripting, everyone. Happy sound switching. I'll see you in the next video.